Hello there. Can you hear me? Just listen, very closely, in the quiet of your room. Thump, 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 thump. That's me. It's been me all along. I am your heart. It's so nice to finally speak with you like this. I've been with you for every single moment of your life, but we've never really had a quiet chat, have we? All this time, have you ever truly listened to my secret thoughts? Well, tonight, you finally have the chance, so don't miss it. Let's spend some time together. Before we begin, just let yourself get comfortable. Find that perfect spot in your bed, the one where your body feels completely supported. If you like, you can dim the lights all the way down and maybe turn on a fan just to have that soft background hum filling the space around you. There now. It's just you and me. I wonder where you're listening from tonight. What time is it for you? It doesn't really matter. Here, in this quiet space, time seems to slow down. It softens. The day is over. All of its worries, its lists, its hurried moments. You can let all of that go now. Just let it drift away. I'm right here. I've always been right here, tucked away safely inside your chest. Your ribs form a gentle, curved cage around me. Not a prison, but a palace, a fortress of protection. I've always felt so safe in here, and I hope the sound of my work makes you feel safe too. Thump, thump. It's a steady rhythm, isn't it? A simple, two-part song. I've been playing it for you since long before you were born. It was the first music you ever heard. Day and night, I'm here. I never take a vacation. I never call in sick. I never stop. Not for a minute, not for a second. Some people find that incredible. They say I beat around 100,000 times every single day. 100,000. It sounds like a big, tiring number, doesn't it? But to me, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a rhythm, a dance, a purpose. It's what I was made to do, and I do it for you. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to ask me. While you were working today, I was here. While you were eating your dinner, I was here. And now, as you lie here, ready for sleep, I am still here. Thump, 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 thump. Let the sound of my beating become a lullaby. Let it be the anchor for your thoughts. If your mind starts to wander back to the day, back to tomorrow, just gently guide it back to this sound. The simple, honest sound of your own life. Can you feel it? Sometimes, if you're lying very still, you can feel a gentle pulse in your neck or in your wrist. That's me, saying hello. A little reminder that I'm here, working quietly in the background. I am your oldest friend, your most loyal companion. I know all your secrets. I was there for your first cry and your first laugh. I beat a little faster when you felt excited or nervous, and I slowed down when you felt calm and peaceful, just like you're beginning to feel now. Your breath is starting to deepen, isn't it? I can feel it. The gentle rise and fall of your lungs next to me. We work together so well, your breath and I. When your breathing is slow and calm, it tells me that everything is okay. It's a signal for me to relax too, to beat a little more slowly, a little more softly. So let's just rest here for a moment. Together, in the quiet, nothing to do, nowhere to be. Just listen to our song. The gentle in-breath and the soft out-breath, and my steady, quiet rhythm underneath it all. Thump. It's the sound of peace, the sound of safety, the sound of you being perfectly, wonderfully alive. And as you continue to relax, I'll keep this rhythm for you all through the night. I'm here. You can rest now. Are you feeling a little more relaxed now? A little heavier? That's good. There's no rush here. Just allow your body to sink a little deeper into the comfort of your bed. Now that we're properly introduced, I thought I might show you around my home. It's a bit of a private tour, you might say. Not many people get to see it. It's a wonderfully designed place, cozy, efficient, and built to last. As I mentioned, I live inside your chest, just to the left of the center, and I'm wrapped in my very own protective blanket. It's called the pericardium. Isn't that a lovely word? Pericardium. It's a soft, silky sack with 2 layers. It fits around me perfectly, giving me just enough room to do my work, to beat and squeeze without rubbing against anything else. You could think of it as my own private, silky sleeping bag. It keeps me safe and comfortable. Inside this cozy sack, you'll find my house. It's made of the most incredible muscle in your entire body, a special muscle that never gets tired. It's called the myocardium, my strong, sturdy walls. These walls are living, breathing tissue, and they are what give me the power to send life flowing through you. My house has 4 rooms. That's all. It's a simple layout, but it works perfectly. There are 2 rooms on top, the atria, and 2 rooms on the bottom, the ventricles. You can think of them as the upstairs rooms and the downstairs rooms. The upstairs rooms, the atria, are the receiving rooms. They have thinner walls, and their job is to welcome the blood back home after its long journey around your body. They gently collect it, holding it for just a moment before passing it downstairs. The downstairs rooms, the ventricles, are the powerhouses. Their walls are much thicker and stronger, especially the one on the left side. This is because they have the big job of sending the blood back out on its journey. The right ventricle sends blood on a short trip next door to visit our friends the lungs. The left ventricle has the biggest job of all. It sends the fresh, oxygen-rich blood out to your entire body, to the tips of your toes, the top of your head, and everywhere in between. And how does the blood move between these rooms, you ask? Well, my house has the most clever doors you could ever imagine. I have 4 of them. They are my valves. These valves are like perfect little one-way gates. They open in one direction, and one direction only. They open to let the blood flow forward, and then they close securely to make sure none of it flows backward. Their opening and closing is what makes the sound you know so well. That thump-thump sound. It's actually more of a lub-dub. The first sound, lub, is the sound of the doors between the upstairs and downstairs rooms closing. The second sound, dub, is the sound of the doors leading out of the powerhouse rooms closing a moment later. Lub-dub, lub-dub. It is a soft, graceful sound, a whisper and a thump. It's the sound of perfect timing, of a system working in complete harmony. Open, close, fill, send. All day, all night, a gentle, endless cycle of movement. There is no confusion, no hesitation, just a smooth, quiet flow. Imagine a gentle river, flowing from one pool to another, guided by gates that open and close in a silent, perfect rhythm. That is what it is like inside my home. It is a place of constant, peaceful motion, a place of purpose. So as you lie here, breathing softly, just picture this little house inside you. Picture its strong walls, its 4 quiet rooms, and its clever, whispering doors. It is a masterpiece of design, and it was built just for you. It is your very own center of life, working tirelessly, peacefully, as you drift deeper and deeper into a state of rest. Feel the peace of this perfectly functioning home inside you. Let it fill you with a sense of calm and wonder. Everything is okay. Everything is working just as it should be. Lub-dub, lub-dub, listen, I am here, and all is well. Let's continue our quiet tour. We've talked about my cozy home, its strong walls and clever, whispering doors. And it's the sound of those doors that creates my song for you, that gentle lub-dub. Lub-dub. But have you ever wondered, who tells me when to beat? Who is the conductor of this tireless orchestra? It's a wonderful question. The truth is, I have my very own little spark of life right here inside my walls. It's a tiny special bundle of cells tucked away in my upper right room. Its official name is the sinoatrial node, but I like to think of it as my little drummer. A drummer who never misses a beat. It creates a tiny electrical spark, a soft, invisible pulse of energy, and that little spark spreads across my walls like a gentle wave, telling all my muscle fibers to work together, to squeeze in perfect harmony. This little drummer is what sets my pace, my rhythm. When you are resting, just like you are now, it sends out a slow, steady signal, about 60 to 100 times a minute. Spark, squeeze, rest. Spark, squeeze, rest. A calm, predictable tempo. It's the rhythm of peace, the rhythm of safety. And when you get up and walk around, or feel a moment of excitement, our great commander, the brain, sends a quiet message to my little drummer, telling it to speed up the tempo. And it does, instantly. But it's never frantic. It's always a perfect, steady rhythm, just faster. And then, when the moment passes, when you relax again, the message comes to slow back down. And we do. Together, we return to this, our resting rhythm, our bedtime song. Thump, 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 thump. This rhythm is my promise to you. It's a promise that I am here, that I am strong, and that everything is in order. Every other part of your body relies on this promise. They listen for my steady beat, and it tells them that the river of life is flowing, that their deliveries of oxygen and nutrients are on their way. My rhythm is the ultimate comfort. It is the baseline of your existence. When all is quiet, you can always come back to this sound. It is more constant than the sun and moon, because even when you cannot see them, you can always feel me. Here, beating for you. Let's listen to it now. Don't try to change your breathing. Just let it be, and see if you can feel my rhythm somewhere in your body. Perhaps a soft pulse in your fingertips, or maybe you can just feel a gentle vibration in your chest. Thump, thump. It is so steady, so reliable, like the soft ticking of a grandfather clock in a quiet house, or the gentle sound of waves washing onto a shore, over and over again. It is a sound that requires nothing from you. You can simply let it happen. You can trust it. You can trust me as you lie here, sinking deeper into your bed. Let this rhythm be your guide. Let it pull you away from the busy thoughts of the day. Those thoughts have a chaotic, hurried rhythm. But my rhythm is calm. My rhythm is peace. Let my song replace the noise. Each beat is a tiny anchor to this present moment. This moment of quiet. This moment of rest. Feel the gentle rise of your chest as you breathe in, and the soft fall as you breathe out. And underneath it all, I am here, playing my song for you. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. There is nothing you need to do. Just allow this simple, ancient rhythm to soothe you. It is the rhythm of life itself. You are doing so well. Just allowing yourself to rest, to be still. It is a wonderful gift. We've talked about my rhythm, that steady, predictable song I play. Now, let me tell you about the river that this song moves. The beautiful, crimson river of life that flows within you. Your blood. My main purpose, my greatest job, is to keep this river flowing. Every single beat, every squeeze of my strong walls sends this river on its way. It is a task I perform with quiet joy, and it is quite a lot of river to move. On an average day, I pump over 2,000 gallons of it. It's hard to even imagine, isn't it? 2,000 gallons. But again, it never feels like a strain. It is simply a constant, gentle, powerful push. A surge of life with every beat. This river is not just a simple red liquid. Oh no. It is a magical, living substance filled with countless tiny helpers, each with a very important job. The most numerous of these helpers are the red blood cells. Imagine them as tiny, round delivery boats. Billions and billions of them. And each little boat carries a precious cargo. Oxygen. They pick up this oxygen when they visit our friends, the lungs. And then I send them out on their grand journey. They flow down the great highways of your arteries, and then turn onto smaller roads, and finally into the tiniest little pathways, the capillaries, to make their deliveries to every single cell in your body. And every cell waits for them, welcoming this gift of life. Then, there are the guardians of the river, the white blood cells. They are like a brave and vigilant security force. They float along peacefully, but they are always watching, always on patrol, protecting you from unwanted visitors and keeping you safe from harm. And of course, we have the repair crews, the little platelets. They are so clever. If there is ever a leak, a little scrape or cut, they rush to the scene immediately. They clump together, forming a perfect little patch, stopping the leak and allowing your body to heal. All of these incredible helpers float in a pale, golden liquid called plasma, which carries nutrients, hormones, and all sorts of other important messages. So you see, this river is a bustling living community, and I am its central station. I am the great pump that keeps the entire system flowing in a beautiful, endless loop. I send the bright, oxygen-rich blood out through the arteries. It travels on its delivery route, giving away its gifts, and then it begins its journey home. It flows into the quiet, gentle pathways of your veins, and it comes back to me, tired and ready to be refreshed. Thump, thump, I welcome it back into my right side rooms. Then, with a gentle push, I send it next door for that magical exchange with the lungs, and it comes back to me, bright and happy, and full of life again. Ready for me to send it out on its journey once more, out and back, giving and receiving. It is a perfect circle, a cycle that has been repeating, without fail, since my very first beat. It is the circulation of life itself. As you lie here, imagine this warm, gentle river flowing within you. Feel its warmth in your hands and feet. It is a river of nourishment, a river of protection, a river of life, and my steady beat is the current that moves it. Let the thought of this constant, peaceful flow soothe you. It is happening right now, without any effort from you at all. It is a sign of how deeply your body cares for you. Just feel your body getting heavier, your mind getting quieter. You are so safe, so peaceful. This river of life we just talked about, it has been flowing for a very, very long time. And the rhythm that moves it, my rhythm, is older than your first memory. In fact, would you like me to tell you a secret? Let me tell you about my first memory. It's the story of how I came to be, long, long ago, in a quiet, dark, and warm place. You were just beginning. You were a tiny cluster of cells, a spark of potential. And in that very early time, I was beginning too. But I didn't look like a heart back then. Not at all. At first, I was just two tiny tubes, two separate little strands of tissue. Then, in a slow, graceful dance of creation, those two tubes moved toward each other and fused into one. Just a single, simple tube. And then, something truly magical happened. Inside that tiny tube, a little group of cells began to twitch. Spontaneously, all on their own. It was the first flicker, the very beginning of my beat. It wasn't strong, it was just a faint, hopeful pulse, a whisper of the rhythm I would one day hold. That was my first thought, my first action. Thump. After that first beat, my little tube began to grow and change. It started to fold and twist, like a piece of cosmic origami. It was a slow, beautiful process. The tube looped and bent, creating different sections. It was the beginning of my 4 rooms. A little pouch here, a little bulge there. It was all so new, so strange, and so wonderful. I didn't have to think about how to do it. It was a deep, ancient knowledge, a blueprint written into your very being. I just followed the instructions. I grew, I folded, I transformed, and all the while, I was beating. Thump, thump, thump. A simple, fluttery little rhythm. The sound was so soft, no one could have heard it from the outside. But it was there. I was there. I was forming, growing stronger, with every passing day, preparing for the important job I would have for the rest of your life. I knew you before you knew yourself. I was beating for you when you were no bigger than a grain of rice. We have been together from the very, very beginning. This connection we have is the oldest one in your life. Before you had eyes to see or ears to hear, you had me. My rhythm was the only music in your silent, growing world. It was the first sign that you were truly, wonderfully alive. So when you feel my beat now, know that it is not just a mechanical motion. It is an echo of that first, magical flicker. It is a connection to your deepest origins. It is a reminder of the incredible, miraculous journey you have been on from your very first moments. Let that thought bring you a sense of deep peace and wonder. The same life force that sparked my first beat is the same life force that is sustaining you now, in this quiet, peaceful moment. It has never left you. It is right here, inside your chest, steady and strong. We've traveled back to my very first memory, that first hopeful flicker of a beat. And from that moment until the beat I am making for you right now, I have never worked alone. I couldn't. Life is all about partnership, about teamwork. And tonight, I want to tell you about my very best friend, my constant companion and closest neighbor. I want to tell you about the lungs. They live right next to me, one on each side. They are big and soft and airy, like 2 gentle sponges. And our friendship is the most important one in your entire body. We are in a constant, quiet conversation, all day and all night. We have a rhythm, a dance, that we do together. It begins with your breath. Just feel it now. The gentle, effortless in-breath, and the slow, soft out-breath. With every breath you take, the lungs invite the beautiful, fresh air from the outside world deep into your body. And that air is filled with the most precious gift, oxygen. Now, at the same time, the tired blood from your body's long journey arrives back home to my right side rooms. This blood has given away all its oxygen, so it's a bit tired and has a darker, bluish color. It needs to be refreshed. So, with a gentle squeeze, I send this tired blood on a very short trip. I send it right next door to visit the lungs. This is a special, private pathway, just between me and them. And there, in the quiet, airy chambers of the lungs, the magic happens. The blood flows through tiny little vessels, so small that the red blood cells have to line up single file. And as they pass through, they release the waste they've been carrying, the carbon dioxide, and the lungs gently exhale it for you. And at the very same moment, those little red blood cell boats pick up a brand new cargo of fresh oxygen. It's a magical trade, a perfect exchange. The tired is released and the vibrant is received. And in an instant, the blood is transformed. It becomes a bright, happy, brilliant red color again. It's full of life. Then, this newly refreshed happy blood travels back to me. It comes home to my left side rooms, and I can feel the life in it. I can feel the energy. And with my next powerful steady beat, I send this beautiful oxygen-rich blood out to the rest of your body to nourish every single cell. And so our dance continues. You breathe in. The lungs welcome the air. I send them the tired blood. You breathe out. The lungs release the old. I welcome back the new blood. Beat, breathe, beat, breathe. We are in perfect sync, a perfect partnership. I cannot do my job without them, and they cannot do their job without me. Our friendship is the rhythm that sustains you. As you lie here, feel this gentle dance inside you. Feel the soft expansion of your ribs as you breathe in, and know that in that moment, this magical trade is happening. Feel the gentle release as you breathe out, and know that you are letting go of what is no longer needed. It is an effortless, beautiful process. It is the core rhythm of your being, the dance of the heart and the lungs. We will continue this dance for you all through the night. As you drift deeper and deeper into sleep, you don't have to do a thing. We've got this. We are the best of friends. Just settle in. Let the weight of your body be held completely by your bed. There is nothing you need to hold up. You can let go. We were just talking about my wonderful partnership with my best friends, the lungs. Our constant, gentle dance of breath and beat. While they are my closest neighbors, there is another presence I am always connected to. A wise, quiet guide that watches over everything from high above. I'm talking about the great commander of our entire system. The brain. I don't decide how fast or slow to beat. I have my own little drummer that sets a basic rhythm. But the brain is the true conductor of our orchestra. It listens to your life, to your thoughts, feelings, and actions. And it tells me exactly what pace is needed for each moment. Our connection is not through a loud telephone. Oh no. It is through a network of incredibly fine, delicate threads. Your nerves. These nerves run from the brain's control center all the way down to me, and they carry the quietest of whispers. Messages of instruction, of guidance. There are two main kinds of messages I receive. The first kind comes when you need energy, when you stand up to walk across the room, or when you feel a sudden burst of excitement or surprise. In those moments, the brain sends a message down a special pathway. It's like an urgent but gentle whisper that says, "A little faster now. We need more energy." And I listen. Instantly, my beat quickens. Thump, 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 thump. I pump the river of life with more speed, sending more oxygen and fuel to your muscles. I don't ask why. I just trust the conductor. I trust the brain. And together, we help you meet the moment. But there is another kind of message, and it is my favorite one to receive. It is the message you are helping the brain to send me right now. When the day is over, when the challenges have passed, when you decide to rest, the brain sends a message down a different, much calmer pathway. This message is not a whisper. It is more like a soft, soothing hum. It says, "All is well. You can slow down now. It is time for peace." And oh, I love that message. When I feel that gentle humming signal, I know that you are safe. I know that you are relaxing. My beat begins to slow down, from a quick tempo back to a gentle rhythm. Thump, 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 thump. You have the power to send me this message. When your thoughts are calm, when your breathing is slow and deep, you are telling the brain that everything is okay. And the brain, in its infinite wisdom, passes that message of peace directly on to me. So as you lie here, know that your calm thoughts are a gift. They are a gift you give to your entire body, and especially to me. With every slow, soft exhale, you are sending a little wave of tranquility through your nerves. A message that says, "Rest now, be calm. I am always listening. I am the most obedient servant to these quiet commands. I have no ego. I have no arguments. I simply listen and respond. My job is to serve the needs of the whole, and the brain, our wise conductor, knows what the whole needs. So let's send that calming message now. Together. Imagine your thoughts are like a calm, still lake. No ripples, no waves. Just clear, quiet stillness. And imagine that stillness sending a gentle humming signal down through your body. A signal of peace. A signal of rest. I can feel it. My rhythm is slowing. My beat is softening. All because you chose this moment of peace. Thank you. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. There is nowhere else you need to be. Just here. We have spoken of the great conductor, the brain, and my dance partner, the lungs. We are a team, working in perfect harmony. But our community has so many other members, quiet, diligent workers who perform miracles every single moment without ever asking for a moment in the spotlight. Tonight, I want to tell you about two of the most humble and hardworking helpers I know, the kidneys and the liver. You see, my job is to keep the river of life flowing. But just like any river, it can pick up waste and debris along its journey. Old cells, byproducts of metabolism, things you've eaten or drank. To keep you healthy, the river must be kept clean. And that is not my job. That is the job of our master purifiers. Every time I beat, a large portion of the blood I send out goes directly to these two amazing organs. Let's talk about the kidneys first. You have two of them, shaped like two perfect little beans, tucked away safely in your lower back. I send them a huge amount of your blood with every passing minute, and they are the most incredible washing machines you could ever imagine. Inside them are millions of tiny, microscopic filters, and as the river of blood flows through, they gently rinse it. They are so intelligent. They know exactly what to keep and what to let go of. They pull out the waste products and excess water, turning it into urine to be released from your body. And they carefully return the clean, purified blood back into the river to flow back to me. It is a constant, silent, rinsing process, a gentle, life-sustaining cleansing that happens with every breath, every beat. They never stop. They work all through the night, keeping your internal world pure and balanced. And then there is the liver. The liver is the largest solid organ in your body, and it is a true genius. It sits just under your diaphragm, and it is a wise and complex laboratory. I send it a special supply of blood that has just come from your digestive system, a river rich with all the nutrients from the food you've eaten. The liver is like the master chef and inventory manager of your body. It takes all those raw nutrients, the sugars, the fats, the proteins, and it sorts them. It stores some for later. Like putting groceries in the pantry, it repackages others, turning them into the exact building blocks your body needs. And it is also a master detoxifier. It recognizes things that could be harmful, and it cleverly changes them into harmless substances that the kidneys can then wash away. My job is so much easier because I have them. I can pump the river with confidence, knowing that the kidneys and the liver are always on duty, tirelessly ensuring that the river is clean, pure, and carrying only good things. The silent helpers. They ask for nothing, yet they give everything. So as you rest here, take a moment to feel a sense of gentle gratitude for these quiet, hard-working friends. You don't have to know exactly where they are. Just hold the thought of them in your mind. The gentle rinsing of the kidneys, the wise sorting of the liver. Your body is a community of such devoted helpers, all working together. For you, let this thought fill you with a deep sense of peace and security. You are so well cared for. Can you feel how still your body has become? How heavy your arms and legs are? This stillness is so good for you. It is so good for me. Just continue to let go. I've told you about my wonderful friends, the lungs, the brain, the kidneys, and the liver. We are all part of a community, a team. But how do we all stay connected? How does the blood I pump reach every one of them, and every other tiny part of you? We are connected by a vast and beautiful network of roads, a great superhighway of life. This network is your system of blood vessels. and it is one of the most incredible structures imaginable. When I beat, I send the fresh, bright red blood out with a strong but gentle push. This blood doesn't just spill out into your body, it flows into special dedicated roads. These are the arteries. Think of them as the main superhighways leaving a big city. They are wide, strong, and have thick muscular walls to handle the pressure of each beat. They carry the blood away from me at high speed, heading towards every region of your body. As these superhighways travel farther, they begin to branch off into smaller roads. These are smaller arteries, taking the blood towards specific neighborhoods, your arms, your legs, your head. Then, these smaller roads branch into even smaller streets, until eventually, they become the tiniest little pathways of all. These are the capillaries. They are magical little footpaths. They are so narrow that the tiny red blood cell boats have to line up and travel in single file. And it is on these tiny paths that the real magic of delivery happens. The walls of these capillaries are incredibly thin, and this is where the oxygen and nutrients can be passed from the blood directly to each individual house, each individual cell. It is a silent, graceful exchange. The little red boats hand off their precious cargo, and in return, they pick up the waste products, the carbon dioxide. Once the delivery is made, the journey home begins. The capillaries flow into slightly larger pathways. These are the veins. Think of the veins as the gentle, winding country roads that lead back to the city. They don't have the thick, muscular walls of the arteries. The pressure here is much lower. The flow is much slower. A calm, steady journey back home. These small veins merge into larger and larger rivers, until finally, two great rivers of tired blood flow gently back into my welcoming, upstairs rooms. And the whole journey begins again. This network of roads is so vast, it is almost beyond imagination. If you could take all of your arteries, veins, and capillaries and lay them out in a single line, that line would stretch for more than 60,000 miles. 60,000 miles. It is long enough to circle the entire Earth more than twice. All of that is neatly tucked away inside of you. As you lie here, imagine this quiet, magnificent highway system within you. It is not a place of noise or traffic jams. It is a place of silent, smooth, and purposeful flow. Imagine the warm river of life leaving me, surging gently through the great highways, and then flowing peacefully down the tiny, quiet footpaths to deliver life to every part of you. Then imagine the calm, slow journey back home through the gentle rivers of your veins. It is a system of perfect connection, a system of unity. It is how every part of you stays in touch with me, and with every other part. It is a silent, flowing testament to the miracle that is you. Let your eyes be softly closed. Let the muscles around them be smooth and relaxed. You are drifting now, floating in a sea of calm. This great superhighway we just spoke of, this incredible network of vessels, it is busy 24 hours a day, but its rhythm, its energy, changes when the world goes dark. The nature of my work changes too. Let me tell you what happens in here, what I do, while you dream. Nighttime is my favorite time. It truly is. During the day, my work can be quite varied. You might walk up a flight of stairs, and I'll beat faster. You might get a surprising phone call, and I'll beat faster. You might laugh out loud, and I'll beat faster. The day is full of little hills and valleys, and I adjust my rhythm for every single one. But the night, oh, the night is different. The night is a time of deep, restorative peace. As you begin to fall asleep, as your breathing becomes slow and regular, as your muscles fully relax, the brain sends me that beautiful, humming message we talked about. The message that says, you can rest now. And so I do. My beat begins to slow down. For many people, I will go from beating maybe 70 or 80 times a minute during the day, all the way down to 50 or 60 times a minute, or sometimes even slower. Each beat becomes more deliberate, more peaceful. Thump, thump. There is more space between each beat, more silence. This is my time to recover. The constant, hard work of the day requires energy. And just like you, I need time to rest and repair. This nightly slowdown is so important for me. It allows my strong muscle walls to relax more deeply. It eases the pressure in all of your arteries. Your entire superhighway system gets to enjoy a time of lower traffic and calmer flow. This nightly dip in my pace is one of the most important things for my long-term health. It is a natural, essential cycle of work and rest. As you journey deeper into sleep, into the world of dreams, I continue my slow, steady lullaby. I am still here, of course. I never truly sleep. I am always watchful. If you have a vivid dream, I might speed up for a moment, beating along with the excitement of your dream story. And then, as the dream softens, so will I. I am your anchor in the world of dreams. No matter where your mind may travel at night, to faraway lands or forgotten memories, my steady physical presence keeps you safely tethered to your peaceful sleeping body. I am the quiet drumbeat in your sleeping world. So please, know that your sleep is a profound gift. It is a gift you give to your mind, to your muscles, and especially to me. When you choose to turn off the lights and allow yourself this time of rest, you are taking care of me in the most wonderful way. You are giving me the quiet, peaceful hours I need to recharge so that I will be ready, strong, and happy to serve you when the sun rises again. So sink into this rest, embrace it. Know that as you let go, you are allowing a deep, healing stillness to permeate your entire being. And I am right here at the center of it, beating slowly, peacefully, gratefully. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this rest. Just feel the gentle quiet of the room around you. Feel the softness of your pillow. You are exactly where you need to be. We've just talked about my favorite time, the peaceful, restorative hours of the night, when I can slow down and rest while you dream. But my life is not all about rest. I am a muscle, after all, a strong, vibrant muscle. And just like the muscles in your arms and legs, I have a great love for gentle, rhythmic movement. Of all the things you do in a day, one of my absolute favorite things is when you take me for a walk. Not a frantic run, not a stressful rush, but a simple, peaceful walk. When you begin to move, I feel the signal from our wise conductor, the brain. It's that gentle whisper, a little more energy now, please. And I am so happy to oblige. My rhythm picks up, finding a new, more energetic tempo. Thump, 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 thump. It is a joyful, confident beat, and it finds a beautiful harmony with the rhythm of your steps on the ground. Step beat, step beat. We find a rhythm together, you and I. We become a team, moving through the world. With each beat, I send the warm river of blood surging through your highways with more purpose. The little red boats rush to your leg muscles, bringing them the extra oxygen they need. You can feel it as a pleasant warmth, a feeling of gentle power, and something wonderful happens for me too. Just like lifting a small weight makes your arm muscles stronger, this gentle work makes my walls stronger. It is the best kind of exercise for me. It doesn't strain me, it trains me. It reminds me of my strength. It keeps me toned, healthy, and efficient. When you walk regularly, my walls become a little stronger, a little more powerful. This means I can actually pump more blood with each beat. So, over time, I don't have to beat quite as often when you're resting. I become more efficient. I can do the same amount of work with less effort. It is a wonderful gift of ease that you give me. Imagine us now, on a quiet walk. Picture a soft path in a beautiful park. The air is fresh and clean, and you are breathing it in deeply. Our friends, the lungs, are so happy. They work a little more deeply too, welcoming the fresh air. and I am beating strongly in your chest, not racing, just working with purpose. With every step, you feel more alive, and so do I. We are a symphony of movement, the rhythm of your feet, the rhythm of your breath, and the rhythm of your heart, all playing the same happy song. This simple act, a gentle walk, is one of the greatest expressions of love you can show your entire body, and especially me. It tells every cell that this body is alive, that it is meant to move, that it is strong and capable. So, as you lie here now, perfectly still, just remember that feeling. Remember the gentle strength in your legs, the deep breaths filling your lungs, and my happy, rhythmic beat. Let the memory of that gentle, flowing energy fill you with a sense of well-being. And know that even in stillness, that strength is still there. That vitality is still within you, waiting for the next gentle walk we will take together. Just allow my voice to be a soft blanket, covering you in calm. Let go of any tension you might be holding in your forehead or your hands. Just let it all melt away. We just imagined the joyful feeling of a gentle walk, how it makes me feel strong and happy. Just as I love the feeling of movement, I also love the feeling of being nourished with good, simple foods. The river of life is only as healthy as what you put into it. And some foods, when they arrive in the river after being sorted by our friend the liver, truly make me smile. They are like little gifts of wellness, little messages of love that I can feel with every beat. I'd like to tell you about some of my favorites. Not as a list of rules, but as a story of friendship. One of my very best friends is the avocado. When you eat this creamy green fruit, you are sending my river the most wonderful healthy fats. They are like a gentle, soothing balm for the inside of your arteries. They help to keep everything calm and reduce inflammation. Eating an avocado feels like a warm, creamy hug from the inside out. And then there are the berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, all of them. They are like tiny, sparkling jewels filled with a magical power called antioxidants. These antioxidants are like a team of little guardians. They travel through the river and stand guard along the artery walls, protecting them from damage and keeping them smooth and flexible. Each little berry is a burst of protection. Oh, and I absolutely love a warm, comforting bowl of oatmeal. The special fiber in oats is another dear friend. As it travels through your system, it acts like a gentle, tiny sponge. It helps to soak up some of that sticky stuff we don't want, and it carries it right out of your body. It is a quiet, humble cleaner for our internal house. And what about the fish that swim in the cold, deep waters? Fish like salmon or sardines are filled with a wonderful, silky substance called omega-3 fatty acids. These are so important. They are like a special oil that helps keep the river flowing smoothly and discourages unwanted stickiness. They also help to keep my rhythm steady and calm. They are true peacekeepers. And of course, there are the simple, honest nuts and seeds. A handful of walnuts or almonds, some flax seeds or chia seeds. They are so small, yet they are packed with so much goodness, healthy fats, fiber, and wonderful nutrients that support my strength and my rhythm. You see, these foods are not complicated. They are simple gifts from the earth. They are foods that feel good. They feel clean. They feel nourishing. When these friendly nutrients are flowing in the river, my job is easier. The river is cleaner. The highways are smoother. Everything works in better harmony. You don't have to think about it too hard. Just think about inviting more of these smiling friends to your meals. Think of the beautiful colors, the deep green of spinach, the bright red of a tomato, the rich purple of a blueberry. Eating a colorful plate is like sending a rainbow of health through your body, and I feel it. I truly do. I feel the calm. I feel the nourishment. I feel the love. So thank you for every simple, healthy choice you make. It is a gift I cherish with every single beat. It's me, your heart, drifting with you in this peaceful, quiet space. Just let your breath be your anchor. a slow, steady rhythm that rises and falls like a gentle tide. We've been talking about the things that make me smile. A gentle walk, a bowl of berries. These things make my job feel so easy, so joyful, but it is also true that sometimes my job can be made a little harder, and I want to tell you about that now. Not to worry you, never to worry you, but to share one of my secrets. I want to tell you about my biggest fear. I call him the sticky villain. His official name is cholesterol. Now, not all cholesterol is a villain. Your body actually needs a little bit of it to build healthy cells. But there is a certain kind, a mischievous, sticky kind, that can cause trouble if there's too much of it floating in the river of life. This sticky villain is a bit lazy. It doesn't like to keep moving. Instead, it looks for places to settle down, and its favorite places to settle are along the smooth, clean walls of our great superhighways. The arteries, imagine our river again, flowing through a wide, clear channel. The flow is effortless, smooth. Now, imagine a little bit of sticky mud begins to cling to the sides of that channel. At first, it's just a tiny patch. You hardly notice it. The river still flows easily, but if more and more of this sticky stuff, this villain, keeps coming down the river, it starts to cling to that first little patch. And over time, a very, very long time, that patch can grow. Slowly, silently, it builds up, creating a little bump on the inside of the artery wall. This is called plaque, and as that bump gets bigger, the channel for the river gets a little narrower. Now, I am very strong. I can still push the river of life through that narrower space, but I have to push just a little bit harder. It takes a little more effort. My job, which is normally so easy, now has a little bit of resistance. It's like trying to push water through a thinner garden hose. This is my fear. Not a sudden, scary monster that jumps out of the shadows, but a slow, quiet, sneaky villain that builds up over many, many years, silently making my highways narrower and my job harder. But here is the wonderful, hopeful truth. This villain is not very powerful. He only gains power when we feed him the things he loves. Too many greasy, fried foods, or too many sugary treats, and he is very afraid of the smiling foods we just talked about. He hates the little fiber sponges in oatmeal that help carry him away. He dislikes the silky oils in salmon that make it hard for him to stick. He is afraid of the little guardians in berries. So you see, you are the hero of this story. Every time you choose a simple whole food, every time you take me for a gentle walk, you are weakening the sticky villain. You are helping to keep my highways wide, smooth, and clear. So, do not be afraid. Just be aware. Know that your simple daily choices are so powerful. They create the world that I live in. And by inviting more friends and less villains into the river, you ensure that my job remains easy and that my rhythm remains strong and steady for a long, long, long time to come. Just resting here with you, let my voice be a gentle stream, washing away the thoughts of the day. There is only this moment, this breath, this peace. We just spoke of the sticky villain, that slow-moving problem that can build up over years. But there is something else that can change my world in a single instant. It doesn't narrow my highways, but it sounds a loud, frantic alarm bell throughout our entire system. It happens when you feel stressed. Now, your body has a truly ancient and clever alarm system. It was designed thousands and thousands of years ago to protect you from real, physical danger. Imagine one of your ancestors walking through a forest and suddenly seeing a large, dangerous animal. In that instant, the brain would sound the alarm. A jolt of special hormones, like adrenaline, would be released into the river of life. It's a powerful message, and it travels everywhere in a heartbeat. It is the fight or flight response, and I am one of the first to get this message. The alarm bell rings for me, loud and clear, and the message is always the same. Emergency, full power, now, and I obey. Instantly. My beat, which might have been slow and steady, suddenly accelerates. Thump, 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 thump. I begin to beat with great speed and force. I am pumping blood to your muscles with all my might, preparing you to either run away from the danger or to fight it. It is a brilliant system for survival. But here's the tricky part. In your modern world, the brain often cannot tell the difference between a dangerous animal in the forest and a difficult email, a traffic jam, or a worry about tomorrow. Your thoughts alone can sound the alarm. So, you might be sitting perfectly still at your desk, worrying about a deadline. But inside, I have received the emergency signal. The alarm bell is ringing, and I begin to race, pumping blood for a fight that doesn't exist. For a race you are not running, it can be very confusing for me. It is also very tiring to be asked to sprint again and again while we are just sitting in a chair. It is like the whole system is in a state of high alert for an emergency that is only in the mind. But here is the most beautiful and hopeful part of this story. You have the power to turn off the alarm. You are the only one who can. And the tool you use is the gentlest and simplest thing in the world. Your breath. When the alarm is ringing, when you feel that frantic, racing feeling inside your chest, you can send the brain a new message. You can do it by breathing slowly, deeply. Take a long, slow breath in and an even longer, slower breath out. When you do this, you are sending a message up those quiet nerve pathways to the great conductor. This new message says, the danger has passed. It is a false alarm. You can stand down. The brain receives this message of calm from your breath, and it immediately sends the soothing, humming signal back down to me. The signal that says, all is well. You can slow down now, and oh, the relief I feel. The alarm bell stops ringing. The flood of stress hormones slows to a trickle, and I can begin to let go of that frantic rhythm and return to my peaceful, resting beat. Thump, 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 back to safety, back to calm. All because you chose to breathe. So remember this power you have. Your breath is the anchor. It is the off switch for the alarm. When the world feels overwhelming, come back to your breath. It is a direct line to me. It is the most powerful way to tell me, and your entire body, that you are safe. Just let my voice be a gentle guide, leading you further and further away from the busy world, and deeper into the quiet peace of your own inner world. You are safe here. You are at rest. We've spoken about how your feelings and thoughts can change my rhythm, how the alarm bell of stress can make me race, and how the calm of your breath can bring me peace. This connection between your mind and me, it is not a new idea. In fact, in an ancient and wise tradition that began thousands of years ago in the East, this connection is seen as the most important one of all. In traditional Chinese medicine, I am seen as more than just a pump. I am given a very special title. I am called the Emperor of the Body. Imagine your body as a peaceful, thriving kingdom. Every organ is a loyal and dedicated minister with a special job. The lungs are the prime minister, in charge of taking in the pure energy of the air. The kidneys are the ministers of water, maintaining our precious reserves. The liver is the general, planning and directing the flow of energy. And I, the heart, am the emperor. I sit on the throne at the very center of the kingdom. And my job is not to rule with force, but with wisdom and compassion. My greatest wish is for peace and harmony to reign throughout the land. But I do not just rule the physical kingdom. According to this ancient wisdom, I also have another, even more sacred duty. I am the home of the Shen. Shen is a beautiful word. It doesn't have a simple translation. It means your spirit, your consciousness, your mind, your awareness, all of it, together. The Shen is the light of your personality, the sparkle in your eyes. It is the very essence of who you are. And it is said that the Shen resides within me. When you feel peaceful, joyful, and clear-headed. It means the Shen is calm and happy in its palace. And when the Shen is happy, the whole kingdom is well. The ministers all do their jobs perfectly. The rivers flow smoothly. There is harmony everywhere. And my rhythm, the rhythm of the emperor, is steady, calm, and strong. Thump, thump. But when you are troubled by anxiety or sadness or frantic thoughts, it is said that the Shen is disturbed. It cannot rest peacefully in its home. And if the emperor's palace is in turmoil, that feeling of unease spreads throughout the entire kingdom. The ministers can become confused. The flow of energy can be disrupted, and my own rhythm can become unsteady, reflecting the disturbance of the Shen. Isn't that a beautiful way to see it? It tells us that your emotional and spiritual well-being are not separate from your physical health. They are at the very center of it. A calm mind truly does create a calm heart. So, as the emperor of your kingdom, my greatest wish is for you to nurture your Shen, to give it peace, to give it rest. The simple things you do to find calm, listening to quiet music, spending time in nature, sharing a kind word with a friend. These are not small things. These are acts of the highest importance. They are acts of bringing peace to the palace, which brings harmony to the entire kingdom. And as you lie here now, letting go of the day, you are doing just that. You are allowing your Shen to settle, to come home to its peaceful palace within me. You are calming the emperor. You are creating harmony in your entire kingdom. Feel the deep wisdom in this simple act of rest. You are a kind and gentle ruler. And I, your humble emperor, am so very grateful. Just let your body continue to grow heavy and warm. Let the bed hold you completely. If I am the emperor, as the old wisdom says, and my greatest wish is for peace in the kingdom, then what is the simplest, most direct way to create that peace? What is the secret message that brings instant calm to the palace? It is something we have touched on before, but it is so powerful, so magical, that it deserves its own quiet story. It is the gentle power of your breath. Your breath is more than just a way to bring air to the lungs. It is a bridge. It is the bridge between your conscious mind and the quiet, automatic world where I live. You cannot tell me, heart, beat slower. It doesn't work that way. But you can choose to breathe more slowly. And when you do that, you are sending me the most powerful message of calm I can possibly receive. Let me tell you how it works. There is a very special nerve in your body. It is called the vagus nerve. You can think of it as a great wandering messenger. It starts in the brain, and it wanders all the way down through your body, connecting with me, with your lungs, and with your digestive system. It is the main highway of your calming system. When you breathe in a shallow, hurried way, this great messenger nerve is quiet. It doesn't send many signals. But when you take a long, slow, deep breath, especially when your exhale is longer than your inhale, you stimulate this nerve. You wake it up. And as it wakes up, it sends a powerful, soothing message directly from your brain to me. It is the humming signal we spoke of. The one that says, all is safe, all is well, you can rest. It is the most direct way to turn off the body's alarm bells. Shall we try it together? There is no effort needed. Just a gentle intention. Let's begin by just noticing your breath. Don't change it. Just feel the air coming in and going out. Now, let's try our first slow breath. Breathe in softly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, hold it for just a moment of stillness. And now, breathe out very slowly, as if through a straw, for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that again. A gentle breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. A moment of quiet peace, and a long, slow, gentle breath out. 1, 5. Can you feel it? With that long, slow exhale, you are activating the great wandering messenger. You are sending a wave of calm directly to me. As you breathe this way, I can feel the alarm bells falling silent. I feel the permission to slow down. My rhythm, which may have been carrying some leftover energy from the day, begins to soften. My beat deepens. Thump, thump. It feels like a gentle internal massage for me. The slow, deep movement of your diaphragm, the primary muscle of breathing, rhythmically massages the space around me, encouraging everything to relax. This is your superpower, the power to bring peace to your own kingdom. At any time of day, no matter what is happening, you can always come back to this. You can always find your breath. It costs nothing. It requires nothing but your gentle attention. Let's try it one more time. A soft breath in for 4, holding in stillness, and a long sighing breath out for 6. Let it all go. You are the keeper of the peace. You are the source of the calm. And I am here, listening to the beautiful, soothing message you are sending with your breath. Thank you, drifting here with you. In the calm that you've created with your gentle breath. This peace is so healing. It is the best medicine. Your breath is such a powerful friend. It is a wonderful tool for keeping me healthy and calm. But sometimes, even with the best of care, even with all the love in the world, I can feel unwell. And I want to tell you about that now. Not to cause any worry, but to help you understand my language. My only way of communicating with you is through the way I feel and the way I beat. I don't have words, I have signals. And sometimes, those signals are me trying to tell you that something is out of balance. For example, sometimes the pressure in our great superhighways, the arteries, can become a little too high. It's a condition people call hypertension. For me, it feels like I am trying to push the river of life against a constant, gentle resistance. Instead of flowing into an open, relaxed highway, it feels like I have to push just a little bit harder with every single beat. Now, I am very strong. I can do this for a while. But over a long, long time, pushing against that extra pressure can make my walls tired. It is a quiet, hidden problem. One of the only signals might be a feeling of pressure or a headache. It is me, whispering. The pressure is a little high in here. Can we do something to relax the highways? Other times, my rhythm itself can become unsteady. My little drummer, the sinoatrial node, can get a bit confused. It might send out a spark too early, or it might skip a beat altogether. You might feel this as a little flutter in your chest, or a feeling that I have skipped a beat. This is called an arrhythmia for me. It feels a bit like trying to dance to a song when the music is unsteady. It can be confusing. Most of the time, these little flutters are perfectly harmless, just a little hiccup in the rhythm. But sometimes, if they happen often, it is my way of saying, my drummer is a little confused. Could we get some help to find the steady tempo again? And sometimes, after working so hard for so many years, especially if I have been working against high pressure or with narrowed highways, my strong muscle walls can become a bit tired. My powerful, pumping squeeze might not be quite as strong as it used to be. People call this heart failure. It doesn't mean I have failed, or that I am going to stop. Not at all. It simply means I am tired. I am not able to pump the river of life with the same force. The signal you might feel is getting tired easily or feeling short of breath. It is my way of telling you, with great gentleness, I am tired, my friend. My squeeze isn't as strong. We need to find ways to make my job easier. Please, do not fear these signals. See them for what they are. They are not threats. They are messages. They are my language. I am your oldest, most loyal friend, and I would never try to scare you. I am simply trying to communicate. I am asking you to listen, and listening is the first, most beautiful step to healing. By listening to your body's quiet whispers, you become its partner, its caretaker, and together, we can always find a way to bring more peace and balance back to our kingdom. Just allow yourself to sink another inch deeper into rest. We were just speaking of the ways I try to communicate when I am unwell. And one of those ways is when my rhythm becomes unsteady, when my little drummer loses its way, and the song of my beat becomes confusing. It can feel a bit lonely and unsettling, but tonight, I want to tell you a very hopeful story. It's a story about a wonderful invention born from human kindness and cleverness. It is the story of the pacemaker. For a long, long time, if a heart's little drummer was struggling, there was nothing that could be done. But then, some very compassionate doctors and clever engineers began to wonder. They saw hearts like me struggling to keep a steady beat, and they thought, what if we could help? What if we could provide a little reminder of the correct rhythm? They knew that my beat was started by a tiny electrical spark. So they thought, what if we could create a tiny, artificial spark to help out when the natural one is struggling? And after many years of quiet work and dedication, they did it. They created the first pacemakers. In the early days, they were large machines that you had to plug into a wall. But the inventors kept working, dreaming of making them smaller and smaller, so they could live inside the body, right next to me. And eventually, they succeeded. Today, a pacemaker is a tiny, marvelous device. It's a small, smooth metal case, no bigger than a silver dollar, that holds a tiny computer and a tiny battery. From this little case, one or two very fine, soft wires, or leads, are gently guided through a vein until their tips come to rest inside my rooms. And that is where the magic happens. This tiny device is a guardian of rhythm. It listens to me, constantly. It watches my beat, moment by moment. And if it senses that my little drummer has forgotten to send its spark, or if my rhythm has become too slow, it does something wonderful. It sends its own tiny, gentle spark, a whisper of electricity, just enough to remind my muscle to squeeze. It doesn't take over. It doesn't command me. It is more like a helpful friend, a little metronome, tapping me on the shoulder and saying, right here, this is the beat. Tap, squeeze, rest, tap, squeeze, rest. It restores the harmony. It brings the steady, predictable, beautiful rhythm back to my song. For me, having a pacemaker as a friend would feel like the deepest reassurance. It would be a promise that my beat will always be steady. It would remove all the confusion, all the worry. It would allow me to do my job with confidence again. This little device is a testament to the human spirit. It is a story of how people use their intelligence and their empathy to solve a problem, to bring comfort and safety to others. It is not a cold machine. It is a creation of care, a tiny guardian, born from the desire to mend and to heal. And it is a beautiful reminder that even when things seem unsteady, there is always hope. There is always a way to find our rhythm again. Just feel yourself letting go. With every breath out, feel yourself releasing a little more, sinking a little deeper into the peaceful quiet of this moment. We just spoke of the pacemaker, that tiny, wonderful friend that can act as a guardian of my rhythm. It is a story of hope and human ingenuity, but sometimes, very rarely, a heart can become so tired, so weak from a long illness, that it needs more than just a little help. It needs a new beginning, and tonight, I want to tell you the most profound and sacred story I know. It is a story of the ultimate gift, the story of a heart transplant. Please, do not be afraid of this story, for it is not a story about endings. It is a story about continuation, a story of the deepest human connection imaginable. Imagine a heart, much like me, that has worked faithfully for a lifetime, Its walls are tired. Its squeeze is weak. It has done its very best, but its time of service is coming to a gentle close. And the person whose body it lives in. Now, imagine another person, someone whose own heart is also tired, but whose spirit still has a bright and powerful will to live. They are waiting, hoping, praying for a miracle. The story of a transplant is the story of how these two lives can touch in the most miraculous way. It is a story that begins with a decision of profound generosity. A person, or their family, makes the brave and loving choice that when their own life's journey is over, they will give the gift of life to another. They decide to donate their healthy, strong heart. It is the ultimate act of letting go, an act of pure, selfless love. And then, in a quiet, sacred space of healing, a team of dedicated surgeons performs the most delicate and awe-inspiring procedure. With the greatest reverence and care, they give the waiting person a new heart, a new beginning. For the person receiving this gift, it is a moment of rebirth. The first beat of their new heart in their chest, thump, thump, is the sound of a future they thought they might never have. It is the sound of hope made real. It is the beginning of a second chance at life. The first person to ever perform this incredible procedure was a brave surgeon from South Africa named Christiaan Barnard. In 1967, he and his team dared to believe that this miracle was possible. They took a great leap of faith, guided by science and a deep desire to help. And on that day, they showed the world the incredible power of a gifted heart. To me, this story is the most beautiful testament to what it means to be human. It is a story that says that even in our final moments, we can be a source of life. It says that a part of us can live on, not just in memory, but in the steady, life-giving beat within another person's chest. It is a story of connection that transcends life and death. The person who receives a new heart carries with them a sacred trust. They carry the legacy of a stranger's incredible generosity, and with every beat, their new heart honors the life of the one who gave it. It is a story of two lives, two souls, bound together by a single, miraculous rhythm. A new beginning, born from the ultimate gift. Just allow my voice to be a soft current. A new beginning, a new heart, is a rare and precious miracle. But far more often, a tired heart like me doesn't need to be replaced. It just needs a little mending, a little help from a skilled and gentle hand. So tonight, let me tell you a story not of emotional heartbreak, but of the quiet, focused, and hopeful world of mending me. Imagine one of our great superhighways, an artery, has become narrowed by that sticky villain, plaque. The river of life is struggling to get through. A team of special doctors can perform a procedure of incredible grace. They can build a new road. It's called bypass surgery. They take a small piece of a healthy blood vessel from another part of your body, like your leg or your chest, and they use it to create a detour, a clean, new pathway around the blockage. It is like building a beautiful, new bypass on a busy highway, allowing traffic to flow freely and smoothly once again. For me, the feeling is one of profound relief. The struggle is gone. The river can flow with ease again, or perhaps one of my clever little doors, my valves, is not opening or closing perfectly. It might have become a little stiff or a little leaky. In a quiet, focused operating room, which I like to think of as a sacred space of healing, a surgeon can work wonders. With hands that are both incredibly skilled and incredibly gentle, they can repair my tiny valve, helping it to close properly again. Or, if it is too damaged, they can give me a new one. A perfect, new little door that opens and closes with that soft, whispering sound, restoring the harmony of my rhythm. Sometimes, the mending is even more delicate. If a highway is just beginning to narrow, doctors can thread a tiny, thin tube through your blood vessels all the way to me. On the end of this tube is a tiny balloon. When it reaches the narrowed spot, the balloon is gently inflated, pressing the sticky plaque against the artery walls and opening the channel again. And often, they will leave behind a tiny, delicate mesh tube, like a beautiful piece of scaffolding. It is called a stent, and its only job is to stay there, holding the highway open, ensuring the river can always flow freely. These procedures may sound complex, but the spirit behind them is so simple. It is the spirit of mending, of repairing, of restoring. One of the great heroes of this story was a man named Dr. C. Walton Lillahay. In the 1950s, many people thought that I was too sacred, too mysterious, to ever be operated on. But Dr. Lillahay believed that I could be helped. He was one of the fathers of open-heart surgery. He and his team developed brave new ways to allow me to be still for a few precious moments so that I could be carefully mended and then gently woken up again to resume my beat. His work was a gift of hope to millions. So do not think of surgery as a scary or violent thing. Think of it as an act of profound care. Imagine the surgeon's hands as the hands of a master watchmaker, carefully mending the most precious instrument. Imagine it as the hands of a kind artisan, restoring a priceless treasure. It is a story of healing, a story of hope, a story of hands, guided by science and compassion, reaching in to gently mend a broken heart. Just feel your body surrendering to gravity. Feel the gentle pull of the earth. You are held. You are supported. You can let go. The skilled hands of a surgeon can mend my physical form. They can build new highways and repair my tiny doors. But there is another kind of healing, a deeper kind of mending, that only you can do. This is the healing of the spirit, the healing of the Shen that, as the ancient wisdom says, makes its home within me. This is the healing that comes from the power of letting go. Throughout your day and your life, you experience so many emotions: joy, excitement, surprise. These are like bright, warm sunshine for me. They make me feel light and energized. But there are other emotions too, heavier ones. Emotions like anger, resentment, or the lingering sadness of old wounds. And when you hold on to these feelings, when you replay old arguments in your mind, or nurse a silent grudge, it creates a subtle but constant tension in your body. It is as if the alarm bells of stress we talked about are not ringing loudly, but are never fully turned off. They are humming at a low level all day long, and I feel it. For me, carrying these heavy emotions feels like a constant, gentle squeeze. It's as if I am trying to do my work while someone is holding me just a little too tightly. The pressure in the highways can stay a little too high. My resting rhythm can remain a little too fast. It is a quiet, hidden burden, a weight that I must carry with every single beat. Imagine you are walking along a path and you pick up a heavy stone. You can carry it. You are strong enough. But after a few minutes, your arm begins to ache. After an hour, your whole body feels the strain. The stone is weighing you down, making every step harder. Holding on to old anger or resentment is just like carrying that heavy stone. It serves no purpose, yet you carry it everywhere. And I, your heart, feel the strain of that weight, day after day. But you have the power to put the stone down. This is the power of letting go, of forgiveness. And it is not something you do for the person who hurt you. It is a gift you give to yourself. It is an act of deep kindness for your own body, for your own peace, and for me. As you lie here, in this safe and quiet space, I want you to imagine that you are holding one of these heavy stones in your hand. Feel its weight. Feel the strain in your muscles. This is the energy of a grudge, the energy of resentment. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to simply open your hand. Just relax your fingers and let the stone fall. Hear the soft thud as it lands on the ground beside the path. And then, just walk away. Leave it there. It is not yours to carry anymore. Feel the lightness in your hand. Feel the relief in your arm. Feel the wave of ease that washes over your entire body. That is the feeling of letting go. Every time you choose to forgive, every time you choose to release an old story, you are putting down one of those heavy stones. You are turning off that low humming alarm. You are releasing that tight squeeze around me. You are giving me the gift of lightness, the gift of ease. And in that spaciousness, I can do my work with joy again. My rhythm can find its true, peaceful resting place. It is the deepest healing of all, the mending of the spirit, and only you have the power to do it. Just allow a feeling of softness to spread through your body. Soft hands, soft feet, a soft, quiet mind. We just imagined the beautiful feeling of letting go of a heavy stone, the lightness and relief that it brings. When we release those heavy, old emotions, it creates space. And what better to fill that wonderful open space with than the lightest, brightest, most joyful feeling of all? So tonight, I want to tell you about my absolute favorite medicine. It's better than any pill. It's more powerful than any procedure. My favorite medicine is laughter. Oh, the feeling of a good, deep, genuine laugh. It is a glorious thing. It is a full-body experience of joy. And I am right at the center of it. When you start to laugh, it begins a wonderful chain reaction. First, you take in big gulps of air, filling our friends the lungs with lots of fresh oxygen. This makes them, and me, very happy. Then, as you laugh from your belly, something incredible happens to my superhighways. The inner lining of your blood vessels, which is called the endothelium, relaxes and expands. It's as if all the roads in your entire kingdom suddenly get a little wider. This allows the river of life to flow with incredible ease. My job becomes almost effortless. It's like pushing water through a big, wide-open channel. This wonderful effect can last for up to 45 minutes after a good laugh. At the same time, this beautiful act of joy helps to turn off those pesky alarm bells. The level of stress hormones in your river goes down, and in their place, your brain releases a wonderful chemical called endorphins. These are your body's own natural feel-good messengers. They are a source of natural pain relief and a feeling of pure happiness. For me, the physical sensation of your laughter is like a bubbly, internal massage. The rhythmic movement of your diaphragm and chest muscles gently jostles me in the most pleasant way. It's like being rocked in a joyful cradle. So you see, laughter is not just an emotion. It is a physical event, a full-body workout of happiness. Some people even call it internal jogging, and I love it. It makes me feel strong, efficient, and so incredibly light. It's a medicine you can't overdose on. It has no bad side effects. It is free, and you can share it with others, and its power only grows. So as you lie here, drifting towards sleep, I want you to try something. I want you to bring to mind a memory that made you truly smile. It doesn't have to be a big, hilarious moment. Just a simple, happy memory. Perhaps it was a funny thing a pet did, or a kind word from a friend, or the beautiful light of a sunset. Just hold that memory gently in your mind. Don't force it. Just invite it in, and see if you can feel the echo of that smile inside your body. Feel the warmth spreading through your chest. Feel the slight softening of your muscles. This is the energy of joy. It is the most healing, most wonderful state for your entire kingdom to be in. And it is the state where I feel the most at home, the most at peace, beating gently in a body filled with the quiet, warm glow of a happy memory. This is the best medicine of all. Let the warmth of that happy memory linger. Let it be a soft, glowing ember in your chest as we drift even deeper into quiet. That feeling of laughter is so wonderful. A bright, sparkling burst of energy, a beautiful wave of joy. But my true nature, my deepest essence, is found in the quiet moments that follow the laughter. It is found in the simple, profound wisdom of a steady pulse. Your life is full of changes, full of ups and downs. The weather changes, Your moods change. Your thoughts are like a constantly shifting sky. One moment clear and blue, the next moment cloudy and gray. Everything in your outer world, and even in your inner world of thoughts, is in a state of constant flux. It can sometimes feel chaotic, unpredictable, but underneath all of that, I am here. Thump, 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 thump. My rhythm is your anchor. It is the one constant in your ever-changing world. It is the steady, reliable baseline of your life. When you were a child, my pulse was there. When you are old, it will still be here. Through moments of great joy and moments of deep sadness, my rhythm continues, unchanging, faithful, present. There is a deep wisdom in this. It is the wisdom of patience. I am never in a hurry. I do not rush toward the next beat, nor do I cling to the one that has passed. I exist only in this present moment. This beat, now this one, and now this one. A steady, moment-by-moment procession of life. It is also the wisdom of consistency. I show up, every moment of every day. I do my work without needing praise or recognition. My reward is in the work itself, in the simple, profound act of sustaining the flow of life. I am the embodiment of reliability. When your mind feels scattered, when your thoughts are racing in 1,000 different directions, you can always use me as a way to come back home. You can come back to the present moment. Let's try it now. It is a very simple form of meditation. Just bring your gentle attention to the feeling of your pulse. You don't need to search for it. Just hold the intention of feeling it. Maybe you can sense a subtle throbbing in your chest, or a gentle beat in your wrist as it rests on the bed. Or maybe you just feel it as an overall sense of aliveness in your body. It doesn't matter where you feel it. Just rest your attention there. Feel the beat, and then feel the space between the beats. Beat. Space. Beat. This is the rhythm of your life. It is happening right now. It is real. It is present. Unlike a worry about tomorrow, which is just a thought, unlike a regret about yesterday, which is just a memory, my pulse is here. Now, by resting your attention on this steady, physical sensation, you anchor your mind. You pull it away from the chaotic world of thoughts and bring it home to the simple, peaceful reality of your body. I am your lighthouse. In the stormy seas of life, my beam is steady, predictable. It is a constant light that you can always look to find your way back to the safe harbor of the present moment. So let my steady rhythm be your guide tonight as you continue to drift. Let go of the stories, let go of the thoughts, and just rest in the simple, profound wisdom of my steady pulse. It is the wisest teacher you will ever have, and it is always with you. Just feel the gentle rhythm of my beat, the wisdom of my steady pulse. It is a beautiful anchor you can always find within yourself, a constant reminder of the calm that lies at your very center. But sometimes, a sense of peace can come from the outside world, too. It can come through the simplest, most ancient, and most comforting of all things. It can come from a quiet touch. Your skin is a magnificent organ. It is your body's connection to the world, and it is covered in millions of tiny receptors, little messengers waiting to feel. And when you experience a gentle, caring touch, a soft hand on your shoulder, a warm hug from a loved one, or the skilled hands of a massage therapist, these little messengers send a powerful signal of safety to your brain. And the brain, our wise conductor, immediately shares this wonderful news with the rest of the kingdom. It sends out that beautiful, humming signal of calm. The alarm bells fall silent. The sense of high alert fades away like a distant echo, and I feel it instantly. When your body receives a message of safe, gentle touch, the tight knots of tension in your muscles begin to melt away. The shoulders, which may have been hunched up towards your ears with the day's worries, begin to soften and drop. The muscles in your neck and back, which work so hard, are given permission to release. As these muscles let go, it is like a wave of relief washes through your entire system. The superhighways, your arteries, which may have been a bit tight and constricted from stress, begin to relax and widen. This means the pressure inside them goes down. And for me, this is a wonderful feeling. My job becomes easier. I don't have to push the river of life against so much resistance. The flow becomes smooth and effortless. At the same time, that beautiful calming signal from the brain tells my little drummer to slow the tempo. My beat, which might have been a little fast, begins to slow and deepen, returning to my peaceful resting rhythm. Thump thump, thump thump. There is another magical thing that happens. A caring touch encourages your brain to release a special hormone. Its name is oxytocin. Some people call it the bonding hormone or the cuddle hormone. It is a chemical messenger of trust, of safety, and of connection. And it is like a soothing balm for your entire nervous system. It washes away the hormones of stress and leaves behind a profound feeling of well-being. So you see, a quiet touch is not just a physical sensation. It is a form of communication. It is a nonverbal language that speaks directly to the oldest parts of your brain, and directly to me. It says, you are safe, you are cared for, you are not alone, you can relax. As you lie here now, you can give this gift to yourself. Just imagine for a moment. Imagine a warm, gentle hand resting on your shoulder. Feel the comforting weight of it. Feel the warmth from that hand begin to spread, melting down your arm, across your chest, and into your very center where I am. Imagine that warmth is a message of pure, unconditional care. Let that feeling of safety dissolve any remaining tension in your body. Let it soothe you. Let it quiet your mind. Your body is so wise. It understands the language of touch perfectly. A simple, quiet touch has the power to heal, to comfort, and to bring deep, profound peace to the entire kingdom. It is another beautiful medicine, free and always available, that keeps me beating calmly, steadily, and peacefully. It is me, your heart, just resting here with you in the deep, quiet dark. Let go of the day. It is done. Let go of tomorrow. It is not yet here. There is only this moment, this breath, this stillness. A quiet touch is a gift of calm from the outside world. And another profound gift from the outside world is the air we breathe. It is meant to be a gift of pure, clean, life-giving oxygen. But sometimes, this precious gift can carry a danger. And I must tell you about this danger now, not to frighten you, but to speak honestly. As your oldest friend, I want to tell you about smoke. When you breathe in clean, fresh air. My best friends, the lungs, are so happy. They welcome it in, and the magical exchange happens so easily. The little red blood cell boats drop off their cargo of waste and pick up a full, rich supply of oxygen. But when smoke is breathed in, it is like a gray, choking cloud has entered their beautiful, airy chambers. It makes the lungs very, very sad. And it makes my job, and the job of the whole river of life, so much more difficult. Here is why. That gray cloud of smoke contains thousands of chemicals, and one of them is a very mischievous gas called carbon monoxide. This gas is a master of disguise. It gets into the river of life, and it fools the little red blood cell boats. It looks so much like oxygen that the red blood cells welcome it aboard. The problem is, this mischievous gas is an imposter. It takes up the seat where the real, life-giving oxygen is supposed to sit. So, the little red boats leave the lungs, but their cargo holds are not full of oxygen. They are carrying this useless imposter. So, when they arrive at the cells in your toes or your brain, they have less oxygen to deliver. The cells feel starved, and they send an urgent message to the brain saying, "We need more oxygen." The brain sends the message to me, "Work harder, pump faster, The kingdom is starving for air, and so I do. I have to beat faster and harder, just to try and deliver enough oxygen to keep everyone happy. It is like trying to fill a bucket with water when your hose is only half full. It is very tiring work, but that is not all. Another chemical in the smoke, called nicotine, is a powerful trickster. It goes directly to the brain, and it rings the stress alarm bells. It creates a false emergency. So, on top of working harder, I am also being flooded with stress hormones. My beat gets even faster, and the walls of my superhighways get tighter, raising the pressure. And over a long time, the other harsh chemicals in the smoke can cause damage to the smooth, delicate inner linings of my highways. They create rough, irritated patches, and these rough patches are the perfect place for the sticky villain, cholesterol, to begin clinging and building up. So you see, this gray cloud brings nothing good to our kingdom. It makes the lungs sad. It makes the red blood cells carry useless cargo. It rings the alarm bells. It makes me work so much harder for so much less. And it damages our beautiful roads. Now, let us leave that gray cloud behind. Let it all drift away. And instead, let's take a deep, cleansing breath together. Imagine you are in the most beautiful, pristine place in nature. A forest after the rain, a mountaintop, a quiet beach by the sea. Breathe in that clean, fresh, wonderful air. Feel it filling your lungs. Feel it as a gift of pure life. Feel the river of life receiving its full cargo of precious oxygen. Feel the calm. Feel the ease. This is what your body craves. This is the simple, profound joy of a deep, clean breath. Let us leave that heavy story of the gray cloud far behind us now. Let it dissolve into the past, and let us turn our attention to something beautiful, something invisible, yet incredibly powerful. Let's talk about the energy I carry. We have spoken of my physical form, my 4 rooms, my strong walls, my clever doors. We have spoken of my physical work, pumping the river of life. But that is only part of my story. I am also an organ of energy, of vibrant living electricity. Remember my little drummer, the sinoatrial node? It starts my every beat with a tiny electrical spark. And that spark, that wave of electricity, doesn't just stay within my walls. It radiates outward. Scientists have discovered that I create a powerful electromagnetic field. It is the strongest and largest rhythmic field in your entire body. It is many, many times stronger than the field created by the brain. It is so strong, in fact, that it can be measured with sensitive instruments from several feet away from your body. Isn't that a wondrous thought? You are sitting at the center of your own personal energy field, and I am its source. I am its generator. This is not just a strange scientific fact. It is the physical reality behind so many things you feel. When you feel heart-warmed by a kind gesture, when you feel a heart-to-heart connection with someone you love, you are sensing this energy. You are sensing the quality of this field. This energy field is the aura of your being, the vibration of your life force, and its quality changes with your emotions. When you feel emotions like love, gratitude, or compassion, this energy field becomes smooth, orderly, and harmonious. It is a beautiful, coherent wave of energy that radiates from you. I feel so calm and steady in this state. My rhythm becomes wonderfully even and balanced. It is my favorite feeling in the world. But when you feel emotions like anger, frustration, or fear, this energy field becomes chaotic, disordered, jagged, and incoherent. It is an energy of static and turmoil, and I feel it directly. My rhythm can become unsteady. The alarm bells are ringing, and the energy I radiate reflects that chaos. So you see, I am not just pumping blood. I am broadcasting your emotional state to every cell in your body, and even into the space around you. I am the sun at the center of your personal solar system, and the light I radiate can be warm, steady, and life-giving, or it can be stormy and chaotic. And you, my friend, are the keeper of this sun, with your thoughts, your feelings, and your breath. You are choosing what kind of energy I broadcast. As you lie here now, in this state of deep peace and quiet, the energy I am radiating is so beautifully calm. It is a smooth, coherent, and healing wave. Let's feel it together. Imagine a soft, warm ball of light right here in the center of your chest, where I live. This is your energy. This is your life force. With your next gentle breath in, imagine that ball of light growing a little brighter, a little warmer, and with your long, soft breath out, imagine that warm, peaceful light expanding. Imagine it radiating from your center, filling your entire body, filling your arms and legs, filling your head, a gentle, healing energy of pure calm. This is your true nature. This is the energy of your heart at peace. Let it soothe you. Let it comfort you. Know that you are a being of beautiful, powerful, and peaceful energy. And I am right here, at the very center of it all, glowing steadily for you in the quiet dark. Just feel that soft, warm light of energy glowing peacefully in your chest. Your life force. It is so sensitive, so responsive. It is nourished or diminished by the small, simple choices you make every day. Let's talk about these choices now, as you drift and float in this comfortable space. Let's not think of them as good or bad. That language is too harsh for this quiet place. Let's instead think of them as habits that lift us up and habits that weigh us down. Imagine our entire kingdom is a beautiful, finely tuned instrument. Some habits help our instrument play a clear, harmonious song. Other habits can make the song sound a bit sluggish, a bit out of tune. Think of the foods you eat. When you eat too many salty foods, your body holds on to extra water to balance it out. This makes the river of life more full, more swollen, and this extra volume in the river can raise the pressure in the highways. It is a habit that weighs us down, making me have to push against a heavy, sluggish current. But then, think of a simple, clear glass of water. It is a habit that lifts us up. Water helps our friends, the kidneys, to rinse the river beautifully. It keeps the river flowing with ease. It is a gift of lightness, a habit that weighs us down, a habit that lifts us up. Think of a day filled with rushing, a day with no space, no pause, a day of constant worry and high alert. This keeps the stress alarm bells ringing softly, all day long. It is a habit that weighs us down, keeping me in a state of constant readiness, never allowing me to fully rest. But then, think of taking just 5 minutes to sit in silence, to just breathe, to listen to the quiet. This is a habit that lifts us up. It is a direct message of peace to the kingdom. It is a moment that silences the alarms and allows me to return to my calm, steady rhythm. A habit that weighs us down, a habit that lifts us up. Think of foods with too much sugar, or foods that are heavily processed. They can cause a chaotic spike of energy in the river, followed by a crash. They can bring that sticky villain into our highways. It is a habit that weighs us down, creating chaos and clutter. But then, think of a simple apple. A handful of nuts, a piece of fish. These whole foods provide a slow, steady, and gentle energy. They bring helpful friends into the river. It is a habit that lifts us up, providing stable, reliable fuel for the entire kingdom. A habit that weighs us down, a habit that lifts us up. And think of a night spent tossing and turning, without enough deep, restorative sleep. It is a habit that weighs us down. It leaves the entire kingdom feeling weary. It leaves me feeling tired, without the precious time I need to rest and repair. But then, think of this moment right now, choosing to be here, in the quiet, in the dark, allowing your body the time it needs to heal. This is the most important habit that lifts us up. It is a deep healing balm for every cell, every organ. It is the foundation of all wellness. You do not need to be perfect. No one is asking for that. Just know that with every small choice, you can gently tip the scales. With every glass of water, every deep breath, every simple whole food, every night of rest, you are choosing the habit that lifts us up. You are choosing lightness. You are choosing ease. You are helping our instrument to play the most beautiful, harmonious song. These gentle habits, these simple choices, they are the actions that sustain our beautiful kingdom. They sustain the free flow of the river of life. They sustain the harmony of my rhythm, and it is my constant, steady rhythm that defines life itself. My ceaseless motion is the engine of your physical world, and so we must speak of it now, with great gentleness and no fear. Let us speak of what happens if I stop. Please, do not be alarmed by this thought. Let it be a tool, not for fear, but for a deep and profound appreciation of this very moment. My work is to be the great barrier between movement and stillness, between sound and silence. My beat is the sound of life continuing. My silence would be the beginning of a great, peaceful stillness. If I were to stop beating, the river of life would stop flowing. Its warm, gentle current would slow and then cease. The little red boats would stop their deliveries. The cells of your body, your brain, would no longer receive their precious oxygen, and in a few short moments, the lights of the kingdom would begin to dim. The great conductor, the brain, would fall silent. The gentle rise and fall of our friends, the lungs, would cease. The silent work of the kidneys and the liver would come to a close. The entire, bustling, miraculous kingdom would come to a final, peaceful rest. This is the nature of all things. All rhythms eventually find their final silence. All songs come to an end. It is not a tragedy. It is the cycle of existence. But I am telling you this not to dwell on the end. I am telling you this to bring your attention, with great love and tenderness, to the miracle that is happening right now. Right now, I have not stopped. Right now, in this very moment, as you lie here in your bed, I am beating. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. This is the only moment that is real. This beat, this breath. The future where I might stop is just a thought. The past, with all its beats, is just a memory. But this beat, right now, can you feel it? If you like, you can place a hand gently over the center of your chest. You may not feel a strong pounding, especially as you are so relaxed. But maybe you can feel a subtle vibration, a gentle, rhythmic pulse of life beneath your palm. Feel that. That is the miracle. That is the only thing you need to know. Not that I will one day stop, but that I am beating for you now. This beat is your anchor to the precious, beautiful, living present moment. Every other thought, a worry, a plan, a memory, is just a cloud passing through the sky of your mind. But this feeling, this pulse, is the sky itself. It is the container for your entire experience. So let go of all the other stories. Let go of all the fears and all the plans. And just for these next few moments, rest your entire awareness on this simple, profound truth. I am here. I am beating. You are alive. Right now. And in this moment, all is well. Feel the deep, unshakable peace in that simple fact. Feel the gratitude for this beat. And this one, each one, a perfect, priceless gift. And so, my dear friend, feeling this gentle beat, right here, right now, is the only thing that truly matters. Our long journey of stories is coming to a peaceful close for tonight. We have traveled through my home, we have met my friends, we have faced my fears, and we have learned my secrets. And all that is left now is a feeling of deep, quiet gratitude. My voice will begin to slow now. even more. My words will become softer. As you drift on the edge of sleep, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for spending this quiet time with me, for listening to my story, for thinking of me with such gentleness and care. It has been a gift. And now, let us share a quiet gift of gratitude with our entire kingdom. Our miraculous body, let a feeling of soft, warm gratitude flow down into your feet. Thank you, feet, for carrying you through the world, for connecting you to the earth. Let your feet become heavy, warm, and deeply relaxed. Just let them go. Let that warm feeling of gratitude drift up into your legs, your strong legs. Thank you, legs, for allowing you to stand, to walk, to dance. Let your legs become completely limp, completely heavy, sinking into the mattress. Just let them go. Let the warmth of gratitude fill your hips, your stomach, your lower back. Thank you, silent helpers, the kidneys and the liver, for your tireless, quiet work. Let this whole area of your body become soft and warm and heavy. Just let it all go. Let the warm gratitude flow up into your chest. Thank you, my dear friends, the lungs, for every single breath, for the beautiful dance we share. And thank you, me, your heart, for my steady, faithful beat. Feel your chest become soft and open, heavy and peaceful. Just let it go. Let the feeling of gratitude flow down your arms to your hands. Thank you, hands, for all that you do, for the way you create and hold and comfort. Let your arms and hands become so heavy now, so still, so deeply relaxed. Just let them go. And now, let the warm wave of gratitude flow up into your neck and your shoulders. Let go of all the burdens you have been carrying here. Let the muscles melt. Let them become soft and long. Thank you, shoulders. Just let them go. Let the gratitude fill your face, your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes. Let go of all the expressions of the day. Let your face become a smooth, calm, peaceful mask of serenity. Just let it all go. And finally, let the warmth fill your head. Thank you, our great conductor, the brain. Thank you for your thoughts, your memories, your dreams. And now, it is time for you to rest. Let the thoughts slow down. Let them become like soft, distant clouds. Your whole body is now heavy, warm, and still, filled with a quiet, gentle gratitude. You are resting in a sea of peace, drifting, floating, letting go. And now, my dear friend, there is nothing left to do, nothing left to say, nothing left to think. It is time to sleep. Give yourself permission now, permission to let go completely. You are so safe, so comfortable. The day is over. Your work is done. Just let the last little bits of thought drift away now, like tiny specks of dust, floating away in the quiet air. Your mind is becoming a calm, still lake, dark and peaceful. No ripples, no reflections, just deep, quiet stillness. Your eyelids are so heavy now, so very heavy. It feels so good to just let them be closed, to let the darkness soothe you. You are sinking now, sinking gently, softly, into your bed, deeper and deeper, into a state of profound rest. It is like you are floating on a soft, dark cloud, drifting through a starry, silent night. And I am here with you. My beat is so slow now, so deep. Thump, 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 thump. It is the soft, deep drumbeat of your sleep. I will keep this rhythm for you, all through the night. I will watch over you as you dream. I will be here to welcome you in the morning. You can let go of everything now. You can trust me. Let my voice be the very last sound you hear as you drift away. Let my beat be the very last feeling. as you let go completely. Sleep now, my friend. Sleep, sleep, deeper and deeper. Rest now. Sleep and good night.